But we still have 7 minutes. So let's just sit here awkwardly.
Well, it's recording.
So it's recording, cool. So a little bit about us. We are a podcast called What Did I Just Watch? Yeah.
Our fan.
We have fans. We're one of the 90 downloads that we get.
Yeah, there we go.
If you download us, thank you.
Yeah, great. You are the 1%. Congratulations. So we do a monthly podcast where we review horrible movies that we find on Netflix.
Bottom back.
Since the Anime Boston was coming up, we thought that we would check out what people in the anime circles consider to be rough watching, and we discovered Bobobo.
For you right now. Probably like an acid trip mixed with alcohol, am I right?
You know what, you're right. We gotta talk about this shit.
Yeah.
That pretty much describes what we had to fucking watch.
Yeah. So we just had it described as alcohol mixed with an acid trip, which is actually more of a pleasant experience than watching this show. Yeah. I feel like that's taking it light, like you're trying to put it easy, like it's like drinking alcohol and taking acid, you know?
I was definitely putting it earlier as the Family Guy chicken fight, if it was in every episode.
It's just absolute nonsense from beginning to end, and it has somewhat of a plot. We'll get into that later. But why don't we actually introduce ourselves? My name is Martin. I am the host and the producer of What Did I Just Watch? We got Charlie over here, who's our co-host / marketing.
Yep, so check out our website. It's somejerkproductions.com.
And we just put it up, so it's a whole bunch of that tacky bullshit that just comes default.
Oh yeah, a lot of seizure-inducing stuff.
It's just a bunch of dancing hamsters from 1997. Yeah,
nothing but the best.
Yeah.
We also have my brother, who's also the audio engineer and editor, Paul.
Hey everybody.
Hold your applause. Thank you.
And I guess we have Dennis.
Yeah! Hey guys.
This guy.
He's our resident anime expert because we need to find some bullshit excuse to fit him on the panel. We need 4 people.
We love him in our own way, guys.
But one of the reasons that we did pick this was because people like it. And I don't mean just like it. They fucking love it, and I have no idea why. Look at this. 7 points.
Everyone in this room.
Everyone did.
There's multiple accounts.
83%. What is that? 4 out of 5 stars on Amazon. The people who actually buy this shit. Now you might notice that a lot of these have low numbers of people actually doing the review, but I need to tell you this: getting people to review anything is like pulling teeth. And what I have noticed, and I'm sure a few of you have noticed as well, is that it doesn't really matter how many people vote. You usually get to the mean of what people think, whether it's a small sample or a large sample. People actually rate this high, and I've seen it over the years. Let me give you another example. Shaolin fucking Grandma. That's about right. We reviewed this movie years ago. No, years ago.
That was like a year ago.
I don't know, was it season 1 or season 2?
35 years ago when we were doing our podcast, we reviewed this movie.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, there's a fucking reason. So, I don't know what else to say.
So I actually bought this on Amazon. I bought Volume 1 on Amazon.com. And Amazon said, I know they give you recommendations. They said, oh, you bought Bobobo. You know what else you'd like? Is Bobobo Volume 2 and nothing else.
There's nothing to
We should probably describe what this show is about, even though we have tried, you've all seen us. I'm going to throw it to our resident anime expert who actually pays attention. Dennis, what is Bobobo-bo-bobo about?
So, Bobobo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo.
You can just call it Bobobo, stop it.
Okay. So, Bobobo. We're here in the year 300X, and there's a hare hunt troupe that is part of an empire that's taken over the world and is devoted to making everybody bald. And there's a hero / anti-hero / I don't know what fuck you really call him, named Bobobo, who's devoted to fighting them off. He's kind of a rebel leader, but he's really a lone gun, even though you're going to see a lot of sidekicks and side characters that are going to join him in this fight to fight off leaders of the Hare Hunt troop, of different bases, of different everything, but he regularly abandons these people. He'll attack them at random. He has no loyalty to really anyone or anything,
I don't think he
including...
actually likes anybody.
He really doesn't. He doesn't, like, he barely likes the squirrels living in his hair. He doesn't really
Squirrels
like
in his hair.
the shop owners that, like, maintain his nose hair that he used to fight with. He's all over the place.
Remember, there's different types of nose hairs.
There are, yeah.
You know what you noticed? There's no plot.
No.
The one thing you need from a show that lasts 72 episodes should be a plot. What if Attack on Titan was just a whole bunch of people doing backflips and talking to nose squirrels? That shit would be stupid. No one would watch it. But we give this a fucking pass? No, I'm not going to do that. You know what? We need to get to where it started. This show is, and what I've always been told is that it's supposed to be something that makes fun of other animes. It makes fun of Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Japanese tropes, Dragon Ball Z. And that's kind of where it got its start. Because it was a manga. You all know this.
Yes.
You guys know what mangas are, right? Yeah, all right.
That guy knows. That guy knows. Thank you, Thanos.
We know our audience.
So yeah, it started in 2001 as a manga, and it ran until 2007. It got picked up as a TV show, and I think it tried to do the same things, but it didn't really change much. Now, I didn't read the manga because I prefer not to put a gun in my mouth.
No, go on.
But that wasn't the cue. It's okay, leave it there. No, it's fine. Don't worry, this pretty much accurately describes what I'm trying to get to, because we need to get to the characters.
Yep.
But it was done in two parts, and it tries to be the satire of what manga was, and the anime tried to do it further. The only thing is, you need to do it well. You can say it's satire all you want, because certainly every time I said, hey, you know, a show about a guy who has an afro with squirrels living in it and nose hair, that sounds pretty dumb. People go, you just don't understand it. Something that I'll get to fucking later. But they say I don't get it, and I'm saying, no, I get it. It's just the satire is bad. I tell them to point out specific scenes. They will, and they won't. I can point to them 3 or 4 different examples that are better from better things. But I'm getting into myself. Guys, we really need to start by talking about the characters, because there's no plot to talk about. I mean, we could do specific scenes. Do you guys have a specific scene in mind that just resonates with you in some way?
Yeah, there's a scene where we'll have a slide talking about where she is beauty. She gets hit with a hair loss beam, and rather than check on her, see if she's okay, Bobobo taps his buddy and just leaves her in the street, like where she got hit and she's unconscious. And there's a 4-minute dream sequence between him and his buddy, and then she just gets up fine the next day. They didn't even check on her.
You guys know that one scene in Bobobo where a bunch of random incoherent shit happens?
That's the part I remember.
The scene that really got to me is that there's a part where Bobo is fighting someone, because it's every episode he has to fight someone, and he's going on a date, a double date. This bad guy is going on a double date with someone, and Bobo's like, you know what? Why don't I go along? The guy's like, no! And then the next scene they do it anyway. They totally fuck up the date. Like Bobo jumps on the table. The bad guy is doing all this retarded bullshit too, and next thing you know, the bad guy turns around, still dressed like an asshole, and he goes, Bobobo, why did you do that? He's like, I'm sorry, at what point did a stupid bean hit you in the head? And you just started like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have slapped that girl's cup out of her hand. Maybe I should have acted like a gentleman.
Is there such a thing as a show being too self-aware?
I don't.
'Cause I think this show definitely qualifies.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, obviously you guys are all anime fans. You came out to the convention, you sought this out, you're clearly passionate. So you're at this thing. So I watched this because I had to do a review on it and all that. But you guys sought this show out, and we're like, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch multiple episodes, and then we go to a convention that discusses this show. Why? You were clearly passionate. I can tell.
I seen it when I was a little kid. It was the first show that made me stay up late to watch it.
Boom, that's the first thing people say. They'll say it's for children. That's the first argument you'll hear, which is clearly bullshit. You know, someone just raised their hand like this is the third.
Yeah, let's.
I only watched it because it was on before like a show I wanted to watch. So I'd be like, oh, let me put this on, and
it's a good answer. So you were lazy. That's okay.
Person after my.
Most people change the channel. I guess they control it right over there.
Get the whole thing. What do we got?
My buddy's a huge diehard fan of this, and he's on here. But what is
Is he
same
dead?
argument? I pretty much played you in that argument, and his retort every single time is, if you go back to the beginning of the anime where they're explaining the premise, they are practicing a fighting style known as wigging out, which involves confusing the shit out of the other person until they cannot fight anymore. So the more angry you get, the better he's doing his job.
And here's how I retort to that. Say, that sounds funny. When does the joke end? Does it end 72 fucking episodes later? Joke is over. We're not talking about Tim and Eric levels of comedy, and I hate those two cocksuckers.
I do too.
That was a little rough. I apologize for that. I usually don't throw out the CS word.
We're pretty passionate about us not liking Tim and Eric.
I saw some more hands. I want to hear more about why people like
Yeah, fuck this. Do our panel first.
I'm gonna be honest, I started watching this when I was 9, and it was because my cousin had the manga, and I was reading it with him, and then we found out later it was a series, so I just started watching with them.
Was it just literally, sure, why the fuck not?
Why the heck not? Because we like the
I like shiny colors and jiggly things. Let's put this on. I mean, that's one of the arguments that we do here is that it's for children, and I can honestly tell you right now, no, it's not.
Yeah, it's
The creator made this as a satire, and that's exactly what it is. We actually have a lot more, but I actually enjoy it. You know, you right there in the back in the purple.
Yeah. All right, I got two quick things. First thing, it wasn't really for kids. Its first appearance on TV was on
Was that
in America?
in the United States?
It was. But that's the thing. It premiered on Fridays.
Yep.
And then it was moved to the Toonami block. So it was actually on with other shows that could be considered for younger audiences, like Inuyasha.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people will use that argument, like, oh, it's for kids. It's like, you can't say it's for kids and then say it's this very passionate satire. That's why I'm getting out of the way now. I think they didn't have any idea what to do with it. I'm not a Cartoon Network executive. If I was, I'd be, I don't know, rolling in a bed full of $100 bills and up here being like, hey, please listen to my fucking podcast. But yeah, this is a satire, plain and simple.
So we had two things. What was the second thing?
The second thing is the first time I watched this TV show, I was flipping through the channels, and I came across a giant yellow afro in the first 30 seconds. So,
That would get my attention too.
It's called the hook in the biz. Yeah, the yellow afro.
That's the main reason a lot of people can kill most
It is
of
worth
it.
it.
It's because it hooks you
I had
in.
heard this series was a pile of random nonsense, and I needed to see just how much random nonsense it really was.
Well, here's the first picture. I'm sure this explains it. You know, let's talk about Bobobo-bo Bo-bobo, who you can call Bobobo, but don't call him Bo because.
Call him Bo.
Yeah.
That's a real joke from the show.
That's a joke. That's the joke.
I feel bad for last people.
I'm going to read you something that came right from the Wikipedia for this. Not from the Wikipedia.com, but the actual Bobobo wiki. These are people who are passionate about the show enough to actually put together a coherent list of what these characters are. So it says this is for Bobobo. He apparently has some control over an army of stuffed teddy bears, which are seen in many of the early episodes. There is a large colony of tiny humans and humanoid boogers living in his nose, who sometimes aid him in battle. He also has 2 squirrels living in his afro. This is how they're describing him as a character. I also need to point out that while this is the hero of the show, and again, this comes from a passionate bunch of fans who wrote a wiki, despite being the good guy in the series, he often beats up or tortures some of his allies for being stupid or annoying. Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants this guy to save them when they're on the streets?
All of you, of course.
That was what we expected when we asked that.
Yeah, they wouldn't be here if they were like, absolutely. You know what?
What's the alternative?
The alternative is any other fucking thing on TV.
I don't know, you're digging from a dry well.
I have nothing to say to that. That is absolutely true. So why don't we move on to the next character? Beauty. Do you guys have anything to say about
She's
Beauty?
the only normal one out of the whole group. At the beginning.
We just had someone suggest that there's some normalcy in this.
Yeah,
I said she's
I
the
can't
only
say
one
that. I
that
can't say that's
reacted
true.
if something is wrong.
She seems like she's like the stereotypical damsel in distress that's in a lot of, like, not just anime. It's a trope in like everything.
Yeah. Of you who've seen the show, can any of you describe what Beauty is like? Fuck it, purple guy.
I'd just like to say, during one of the episodes, she tells Bobobo she's a guy.
That's a we did not see.
I was having a good fucking day. Say some shit like that.
Was that episode 42 or something?
Yeah, we ran out of crank at that point, so we missed it. Of course she did.
But the point you're making there is similar to like what we just said about the wiki. That doesn't describe her as a character. That's just a thing that she did. So there's no dimension or depth to her. She's just more like the straight man to everything crazy happening in the show.
Got one over here.
I was just gonna say, like, she's the straight man retorting at Bobobo's weird actions.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Dennis's favorite when someone agrees with him.
Yeah.
Well done.
You over there. Yep.
Just made a friend.
Her character is just her reacting to things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Exactly. Who agrees with that? Her character is basically just a reaction. You are 100% right, and you would not be, you would be surprised at how insulting that really is, because the creator literally made her that. She is supposed to be a stereotype. In fact, her name, Beauty, unlike the puns that we use for other characters, she got her name because the main writer was looking at a copy of American Beauty when he created her character. He was looking around the room like he was fucking Kaiser Sose and just decided, what should I name a stereotypical character? Now, I have to ask you, considering that we know a lot about the show, is this okay?
That's fine.
It's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. What do you think?
Well, she's the audience.
That's actually that's the impression
Maybe
I
that's why she was
got.
left in a fucking ditch.
Hey, describe her.
That's most of us.
So, Paul, you were saying something for it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say. I definitely just see her as like the typical person that needs to be saved.
Yeah, and I guess that's okay. As far as, you.
Are you asking us if Beauty's character is appropriate social commentary for the world we live in?
Yes, we are.
That's actually
That's what we're asking you. You all said yes.
What's wrong with you? This is Bobobo.
That's what I keep saying, but apparently people are saying, oh, well, you see, Beauty, she's this deep character, and mainly because of all that.
Okay.
But I could just say, fuck you, and move on, but no. We have to stretch this on for another 40 minutes.
I think with Beauty, we have to consult a higher power on this one, known as Wikipedia.
Fuck you. But let's move on to the, there's more than one character.
You think about how the anime is put together.
No.
And it seems like there's a couple guys sitting around a computer going, what if this nose hair moved? Okay, write that down.
One guy.
Squirrels with the afro. Okay. But how are we going to tie this all together? Well, someone needs to laugh at it. Oh, we can put some big hair chick in there.
They were like, let's skip that
That's
stuff.
what she is. She's a patch.
A patch.
There's another character.
I was gonna say, is she a non-patch?
Let's talk about patch.
Your favorite character? Is he a hedgehog? Is he solid or not?
Alright, now let's talk about characters that are supposed to be something else, because they're supposed to be play on words, and I'll get to that in a second. But it's also supposed to be parodies. A lot of this shit is supposed to be parodies of stuff that happened. A lot of it, if you were to, let's take Don Patch here. According to the wiki, he's possibly, I'm going to emphasize that, possibly, a parody of Sonic the Hedgehog or Rystar. Alright. If you're an anime writer, are you going to sit down and say, I need a character that people are going to resonate with. I need a character that whenever they see them, they're going to go to this icon video game, Rystar. No. But that's a possibility. Otherwise, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. By the way, this was in the mid-2000s when the anime came out. 2003 to 2005 in Japan, 2005 to 2007 in America. So why are you using a fucking video game from the 1990s? Are we still resonating with Sonic the Hedgehog when they're already making shitty games at that time? I think people want to forget it at that point. But no, it's still topical. Dennis.
Yes.
Describe Rystar as a character. Wait, I mean Don Patch.
He's kind of an extension of Bobobo. Like their entire episodes are just devoted to him getting demeaned. Like he's referred to as snack food for an entire episode. Like Bobobo breaks off like spikes and eats them at different points, and he's fine in like a panel or two. There's been episodes where he's been like Bobobo's romantic interest, and like the two of them have almost gotten together and like made out and stuff.
Yeah.
So he's kind of a jack of all trades. He's your Swiss Army knife, so to speak.
He's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, he fits in everywhere, and kind of does literally sometimes.
Saying it's a puzzle piece.
Maybe.
By the way, it was very confusing when he showed up because he's this over-the-top, off-the-wall character. And before that, you know who is their kind of like the entourage, their Harry, Ron, and Hermione, if you will. You had Beauty, of course. You had Bobobo, and you had a fucking pickle.
Wow. Talking pickle. His name was Dill, right?
His name was Dill.
His name was Dill. Yeah.
He got shit on worse than Don Patch.
Yeah. And Bobobo told him he couldn't come back, and he never did.
He's literally just put down as if this is how you treat people.
Yeah.
And then they just ignore him. The end.
That pickle was a person, man. Sort of.
He had feelings too.
Yeah.
No, don't fucking apologize. We have more shit to talk
I
about.
think it's sort of funny that a lot of the criticism that you're giving is actually also given by the narrator in the show.
Why is that though? Why is the narrator even doing that?
The narrator actually says, why the hell is this pickle not, like, in the show anymore?
He does say that. This kid knows his Bobobo over here.
Actually, you know what? You know, for that, what would you like better, Pac-Man or Ken from Street Fighter?
We're giving shit away, by the way.
Pac-Man.
There we go. We almost killed enough.
Congratulations, you won a prize. I completely agree with you. And you know what? That was kind of funny. By the way, if you press that button, it goes walk, walk, walk.
You enjoyed it.
You enjoyed that.
Now, stop calling us out on our bullshit.
You know that, but like I said before, this joke goes on for episode after episode. There's a point where you go, yeah, I get it, fourth wall humor. Why don't you show me something new? And they do? Question mark?
No. Not one bit.
And there's a lot of puns in this show that you wouldn't understand unless you spoke Japanese, such as Don Patch's name is a pun on Donpachi, which is a Japanese sound of a machine gun, but also a Japanese candy similar to Pop Rocks. So that's Don Patch. But we've talked about some serious characters. You know, there's supposed to be the straight man, the audience member, someone that we're supposed to connect with, so that when we see the bullshit, we laugh at it. I still don't know how to describe this guy, though. Hand went up right there.
Oh, you're about to.
Oh,
you're hitting on something we're hitting on.
What is this man's head made of?
Well, clearly he's a shit.
He's a shit.
Is that clear? That doesn't
So, I heard ice cream, I heard shit. Anything else?
His name is Soften. His head is indeed strawberry soft serve. Unless you read the manga, at which point you don't know because he's inked brown, so he could be chocolate ice cream, but his head could be a pile of shit.
Didn't you say they referred to him as shit sometimes?
Yeah, they refer to that.
Yeah,
Maybe he's.
he did.
Maybe he's everyone is shit.
As far as I understand, like I only saw so many. I could only watch so much of the show before I had to eventually do something more productive, like bang my head up against the sink.
We got a long purple hand out there.
In Digimon, did you guys ever watch Digimon?
I have.
No.
Bobobo would poop out like those pink, brown turd things.
Yep.
And that's why I think he's a turd, not strawberry.
Oh yeah, no, it's a trope in a lot of anime where you see that representing crap. So I mean, it makes perfect sense.
But that's the thing. When it was brought over here to America, they made it very specific that this was ice cream. In the Japanese manga, I can see that, but from what I've seen, like I said, I haven't seen every episode, so maybe there was a joke I missed. A joke. But as far as I know, they specifically said this is a strawberry ice Yeah, strawberry soft serve guy. And this is your cool and serious character. This is the guy who gets shit done.
They're being literal. They're being literal. Ooh.
Fuck me, look at this. I made a pun that was better than both. It was on goddamn accident. And when I say the show loves its puns, it loves its puns in a way that gets annoying after a while. Stuff where it's like, does he have children? Did he just like, hey, I need a guy who's like this jelly type thing. It's gonna be funny. But we're like, oh, I don't know. Why do we call him Jelly Jiggler?
A favorite amongst the fans.
It's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
What, do you want to describe this? Because he's basically, for me, I don't know what else to say about him other than his name is fucking ridiculous. I thought that maybe there'd be some fun trivia, like, you know, like how with Don Patch, he was named after Pop Rocks. But no, his Japanese name is a pun on, let's see if I can pronounce this without butchering it.
What he said.
What that guy said.
No, let him try to pronounce it.
Yeah, Martin.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you got it.
So yeah, I thought it'd be something fun, like I said, Pop Rocks. No, jelly.
Yeah.
That's it.
These jelly that didn't sell.
Was that episode 32?
On the floor.
He's a tragic character, yeah.
Yeah, why don't you describe him? Because I think you've seen more, or at least paid attention more. I'll say this. Somebody actually said, you know, you might have more fun with this show if you were drunk.
No.
So I proceeded to get shit-faced. And I just wasted a good drunk.
Yeah. No, like he's one of those characters who really I don't think he gets a backstory. He just doesn't like it when people raise their voices because it makes him jiggle, and that's him doing him.
If I'm right, he used to be a hair hunter.
He's supposed to be making fun of Gumby.
I got a Gumby vibe from him, but
You know, we were talking about jokes that were like from the 90s, like, oh, that's bullshit. Fucking Gumby?
Yeah, Gumby.
Really? Who the fuck remembers Gumby now?
I didn't say it was good. I said cosplayer of Gumby somewhere.
I think I saw one of Pax's too.
Actually, you were talking, I rudely cut you off.
Oh, yeah. I was mentioning that, if I'm right, he used to be a hair hunter before he joined up.
I think you're right.
Yeah, he's a literal jelly jiggler, and he worked hard for that rank.
That's right. Show some respect, guys, as a general.
Yeah, let's
He's a veteran back there.
Let's talk about rank. Why don't we go to the leader of the Maruhage? Did I pronounce that right? Person in the back? Maruhage?
You did not
I don't even know who to look at. Someone just yelled it out.
We have that person killed. It's fine.
Awkwardly stand and take a bow now. I'll give you a fucking prize.
Yeah, all right.
Tell me what he's fun. Do you like Zelda or do you like Ken from Street Fighter?
Ken.
Watch your heads.
Yeah, come up here. You got another one. This one does this.
Sweet.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy that.
Congratulations.
Tell your friends, sunchuckproductions.com. All right.
Also, the shows that I just watched, we're on iTunes. Might as well finish it in the middle of the show.
Yeah, let's plug.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're talking about stupid fucking names. So what would you, for those of you who actually know his name, don't say it. What would you call this guy?
Don't know his
name. Character.
Does anyone not know his name?
I totally forgot all about it.
Okay.
What do you think his name is?
So we got over here. What do you think his name is?
All right, hit yourself in the head repeatedly with a brick. We had a couple of hands back there.
This is the first villain he faced.
We got it right
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Evil guy.
Evil guy.
That would
That's way too high.
Fucking great guess for Bobo.
It's a good
You're
start.
next to it.
Wait, what's on my last
Tien's bastard brother, yeah.
It's too
That's
good.
way too cool. All the way in the back.
Let's see.
I want it to be great.
Something like Bobo.
Fucking great.
Bang.
Sorry, what was that?
Bang.
Fang.
Was it the teeth?
Wait,
No,
I think that was one of my guesses when we
His
did
name is Frank.
wait, is this thing?
Greg,
Yeah,
Frank.
we'll do one more.
Ikaku.
That's too creative and too good.
Would you guys name him Czar Baldy Ball before?
Yeah.
Because that's his fucking name. By the way, Maruhage Empire, which is what he runs, is literally translated as Bald Shaven Empire.
Yeah.
Oh my
Forget
god.
about puns. This is so on the nose, it's insulting.
Oh my god, we totally forgot forgot about the main villain.
Yeah, we have to.
So we're here for it.
But that's the point. The point in the front is that we totally forgot about the main villain. There is no plot. There's no loyalty to any kind of storytelling. It's all just a car crash.
There's a world built around it. It's a weird fucking world. Don't get me wrong, but it's if they just did something.
And occasionally, when shit goes wrong, you get bored. You go to a movie theater with a bunch of pigs.
Well, yeah, sure. That's
the thing that happens.
But it happens like every episode, doesn't it? At least once.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It most certainly does.
Usually cut to the
I
both
vaguely
here.
remember that.
All right, so we need to talk a little bit more about this. This is the type of comedy that Bobobo is using. It's called men's eye humor. As you can see on the slide, it utilizes puns, double talk, breaking the fourth wall, non-sexualized cross-dressing, visual gags, and satirical and pop culture references. You might recognize this as humor done well by everyone else. And you know what? We need to, if you need some examples. Wow. Sorry, you ever had that thing that happens after like 9 o'clock or
Yes.
you get tired? Yeah, I got that all the time.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're old fucking people. I'm usually in bed by now.
No, there was others that did this a little better.
So you might recognize this as something that has been done better for years and years and years. If you don't believe me, why don't we check out some examples? Doing exactly the same thing. Did it better? Did it better?
Way better.
Did it way better?
Oh, I love that joke.
Go fuck yourself. Did it better? Just look at all these things. These are people, and if you don't know who any of those people are, you need to go back, you need to get some DVD.
Look up
These
Marvel
people were
Harvey.
dead before I was born, and I know who they are. And they did the cross-dressing better. They did the double talk better. You want a slapstick? Holy shit, you can't get better than the Stooges.
Woo!
But no, we have this.
What about Gasser?
You know how long this panel would run if I ran down every fucking character on the show? You want baby, or beep?
Do you want to explain Gasser?
No.
The guy who doesn't show his powers until like the 10th episode.
You know what? I'll let you explain Gasser, Charlie.
He farts. That's what Gasser does. That's him right there. And he flies around using his farts. So, and they named him Gasser. Yes, go on. You have something to say about Gasser.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard this, that the creator of the series actually got his name because he was creating the character and then he let out really loud, long ass fart. And that's how he created the character.
It seems to be how most of the show is created. It's a metaphor.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that explanation. Over there.
I was just going on the creative comments. I think in one volume of the manga, he said, it's kind of surprising how popular it is in the United States because most people don't understand it in Japan. So I'm.
Are you kidding me?
I hate to say it, but that kind of goes with a lot of what people do. People say, oh, you just don't get it. Again, I'll get to that argument. But then it's like, the fucking original people don't get it.
Seriously, this is Japan, one of the most messed up countries in the world. Their commercials are messed up to a point that you can't understand. If they can't understand this, there's a problem.
But we can understand it because we know better. You all the way there in the back.
Whose special attack is to literally just open up a bridge?
Are you going to give me a prize for guessing that?
I have a prize for guessing.
Did you come prepared with prizes?
Did you come prepared with notes? Because I guarantee that is not on here, and I have no idea, nor do I really care.
I don't know. I'm kind of caring.
I've been pointing to him and you've been pointing to other people this whole time. So go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, the one thing I really remember about Gasser is he's in love with you.
That is true. There's kind of a relationship thing going, except I don't think I got past the first. Sorry, hold on. I got past disc 1. I watched sporadic episodes. Then I blacked out. I woke up and was still playing, but I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I made no mind. All the way in the back.
What about Lady Bombshell? The big giant nuclear
Torpedo girl.
Torpedo girl.
Yeah, there was a lot of episodes we didn't watch.
Fuck Torpedo Girl. We're talking about the guy that farts right now.
Yeah.
Stay on topic.
I didn't even want to talk about the fucking farting guy, let alone Lady Torpedo Tits or whatever it was. should talk about the actual guy. His name is Yoshio Sawai, and I almost called him Yohei. I'm like, oh, but that's actually the name of foreign season. I'm like, oh, I miss Yohei. By the way,
friend of mine. It's a good name.
Yohei.
Anyway, he's not dead.
He's not dead. Oh shit. Alright, take that back.
It's not dead. It's not dead.
Fuck Yohei. That just got dark real fast. I love you, man.
Still not dead.
Dan, why don't we start the show?
What do we got? What's the guy's name?
His name is Yoshio Sawai, and here's one thing I will say. If you go to the Facebook page for Bobobo-bo-bobo, it doesn't have like a page like you find normally. It's an about page. It's okay, that's fine, whatever, why not? It kind of gives a brief rundown of what Bobobo is, which is, I don't want to say better than what we did. I mean, if you go onto the Wikipedia, it's hilarious. Charlie was like, oh, you know what? That's great, Martin. We watched 4 episodes. I didn't have to watch the rest. I'll just read the Wikipedia. And I said, you know what? I did. There's nothing there.
The Wikipedia article just said, Bobobo-bo-bobo exists.
And you can find it anywhere on YouTube.
It can't be unmade.
Yeah, that's all it says.
But on this Facebook page, 27,968 people gave it a like. That's pretty respectable. I mean, especially since in the years since it's aired, that means a lot of people still liking it. And I hate every single one of them.
No one knows
But
No. We like you guys.
I figured that, I don't know much about what the creator did. Actually, I couldn't find much outside of Bobobo. But I figured, these people, if they like Bobobo so much, maybe they would actually like the creator. Throw him a bone, really get on his ass and say, hey, create something new, something that we can appreciate. So I went to Google and I found his Facebook page with 154 likes.
That's what I thought too.
Go like his page and tell him that.
He's really doesn't like that.
Here's the thing, he hasn't posted anything since 2011, so you'd think that maybe somewhere along the line someone would have thrown like just an extra like, like, hey, we still recognize you. But this guy put so little effort into his page. You can see he has no cover portfolio. Plus his picture looks like it was done with like a 2002 Nokia blip brick.
Yeah, if you think he looks hot there, you should see him in focus.
What's up?
It looks like a fan page because there's a link to Sub Manga, which is probably like a pirated manga site.
Again, when I tried to look up just him and his Facebook page, this is what came up. So anyone who puts it in here, I thought, maybe there would be another page. Maybe there's some kind of Japanese equivalent to Facebook because you do have something in China like that. I forget, it's like called Shisha or Shishu or something like that. But who the fuck laughed at that? That's a real thing.
It's actually what it's called.
How they speak, damn it.
Like,
Yeah, we're 100% accurate.
but yeah, I figured something would pop up. But no, this is it. And I thought it was kind of funny because if you look at another page by another bunch of assholes, we have 192 likes. We did it.
We finally did it, guys.
We did it. Shit out of you.
We've got 7 more. Since
We got you there in the back. Purple first.
He has 4 words to his name, with the 5th word probably being a sequel.
Ooh.
Sorry, did you say you found his other Facebook page? Give me
Sorry, I thought I said no smartphones for this panel.
Look, I'm not saying you're doing better research than me. I'm just telling you I don't care.
There's a website that catalogs every manga into existence, and I just went to Bobobo, clicked his page, and then just looked at what he made.
Yeah.
Sounds like you want Dennis's spot. Dennis?
Dennis, get out.
Supposed to be the anime guy.
Go sit in his seat.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're better not with us.
Follow-up question.
Congratulations, you have a mouse pad that is the entire map from The Legend of Zelda. This is A Link to the Past.
Enjoy it. You can use your mouse.
Hey, dreams come true. Okay. I'd like that pointed out that if you come to a What Did I Just Watch panel and you do our jobs for us, we reward you because you're an amazing piece of shit. You're there, Brett.
Oh, I just related to what you said. I was like, rock on.
But you're the best. That's
Nice try, Ray. You're not getting a prize for that.
I wish everybody did my job.
Alright, let's move on to the next slide. And, oh yeah, just another filler slide so that we could talk about shit.
Well, I mean, that was the commercial break.
Yeah, let's take a commercial break. Hey, Paul, can you pour me some water?
I could.
So we got to have you.
I think along the lines of the sequel, I think the sequel was actually Bobobo. I think there was actually a manga sequel for Bobobo.
But it was split into two parts.
Like it was. Are you?
Yeah, Bobobo was, as the manga was put into two parts. You had like a first volume, which dealt with a whole bunch of nonsense. Then you had another part, which I forget if it was like a war or something. We're reviewing the fucking anime.
Yeah.
But if I had really gone down that rabbit hole, I would probably still be scratching my eyes out like an apocalypse now. Just like Marlon Brando just being like,
How many pounds of cocaine do you think disappeared from the face of this earth just for the creation of this show?
All of it.
Yeah, pretty much all of it. All of it.
The cocaine drug 30 year was made. So
Okay, so the primary argument for the show, as I pointed out, is that it's for kids. It's not. It's satire. True, but done poorly. Or it's just nonsense and have fun with it. Which I would like to refer to something. You all might have recognized this as a type of humor done in the 2000s. It was the random type of look at me, the stuff that you find in a Hot Topic when Invader Zim was big. And there was something on 4chan that really described the type of humor.
Oh boy.
What was it called? Charlie, did you say you were going to have this fucking ready?
Holds up sport. Is everyone familiar with this? The Penguin of Doom?
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Katie.
Yes.
The Penguin of fucking Doom.
Go
Holds up sport.
Go on, Charlie.
Here it is. Hi everyone, I'm new. Holds up sport. My name is Katie, but you can call me the Penguin of Doom, LOL. As you can see, I'm very random. That's why I came here, to meet random people just like me. Something, I like to watch Invader Zim with my girlfriend. I'm bi, I don't like it, deal with it. It's our favorite TV show, because it's so random. Anyway, you guys get the fucking picture. Who's familiar with the Penguin of Doom?
I really wanted you to finish.
I think I was done.
That is painful to listen to, and that's the exact analogy that I would cross with Bobobo. This is painfully awkward to watch when you just see it try and fail over and over again. Like if you find it funny, well, congratulations. I'm glad to have a bar so low it's impossible to limbo. Everyone thought I would have a few standards, but
We're already here.
not them.
Should we?
Alright, there's one type of argument, and I've mentioned it a few times. It's called the you just don't get it argument. And it goes a little something like this. There's such a disconnect between cultures that many viewers won't be able to pick up on the jokes and critiques being portrayed in Bobobo. In fact, many people misunderstand anime in general because of this cultural disconnect. Western audiences may not understand and dismiss the heavy utilization of Japanese folklore and traditional Japanese characters. Until they understand what is being presented, they shouldn't critique it so harshly.
You won't get it until you watch the movie Tampopo.
I fucking love Tampopo.
Yes, thank you.
I don't know if that is anything.
Angkor is the best thing in the world.
Ken Watanabe, one of his earliest roles. But here's what I want to say to that. To all of you 15 to 40-year-old white people, which are fractions have actually met a Japanese person, let alone have actually been to Japan, congratulations on your degree in Japanese studies, and I look forward to your treatise and the nuances of cultural bias and misunderstanding of Japanese traditions as they relate to anime. And since you're such an expert on Japanese culture, maybe you can explain this shit to me.
Oh, Jesus.
And a lot of your own.
While you continue working on your treatise in order to truly appreciate shit like Attack on Titan and Full Metal Alchemist, the rest of us are willing to use this in order to get around any misunderstandings or biases. The straight-up dictionary definition of suspension of disbelief is the willingness to suspend one's critical faculties and believe the unbelievable, to sacrifice realism and logic for the sake of enjoyment. We're willing to forgive and understand that which is not common just for the sake of us having a good time. The more we watch, the more we can see and appreciate. It's not necessary to do as loads of research to become familiar with what we're seeing in order to enjoy it, either on their level or our own. This is what art does. It transcends culture in order to portray its own ideas. Knowing the background and where it comes from helps, but it shouldn't be the sole requirement. If someone can't get past foreign tropes, fine. But to say that someone doesn't get something because they don't understand it, shit like that is downright insulting. So when you get on your high horse, you tell me that I don't get the subtleties of this, I'm going to tell you this. So believe it or not, because we started early, we started like 10 minutes early, we actually been 40 minutes. So at this point, we're going to just kind of take any questions you guys might have.
We have some shit to give away, too.
We do have some shit to give away. We have 2 t-shirts left, and we also have the copy of Bobobo-bo Bo-bobo.
Oh, hang on a second. Settle down.
Volume 1.
You're going to have to get volume 2 myself.
Yes. Well, I gotta say, what's...
Attaboy.
Well, I gotta ask, what scene was the most memorable out of all of his attacks?
Wow, the show must have been so bad. We actually did that at the beginning.
The scene where Martin cut me down off my nose.
Like, the one that stood out so much and just, like, what
I mean, something's just, like, so weird that it just ingrained itself.
I don't think I said it was what was the one that stood out for me. We did mention a lot. The squirrels threw me off guard hard. Because I thought I was a regular fro until the lid came off, like literally.
When you started fighting people with nose hairs, maybe, I mean, like the first 2 seconds of the first.
I already read about that before I saw the show, but the squirrels.
It's more of like when I started doing the research and found out that the little characters in his nose were actually boogers. I think that stuck out for me. Yeah, they're actually snot.
Yeah, I didn't actually pick up on that. There's little people.
You got any other questions? Go back to you.
I get $10 cash. I'll buy that DVD off you right now.
Oh, buddy!
Not for sale, pal.
You were there.
So, other than that, was there any part you enjoyed other than the part where it ended?
I think I was going on until the last episode, if that's what you're referring to.
Like any weird, like, I don't know.
Honestly, the first part.
And music or random animation or anything?
I actually did like the music. I did like the music a lot.
And I will say, the first time you get the fourth wall joke where it's like, what are we doing? What's going on? That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But then they just drive it into the ground.
Oh, what was it? I think I said something about like a pink beam was the only thing that was funny.
Is there any other characters you like Yaya from Don Patch?
Oh, was that his friend?
Yeah, Yaya was his dog.
Didn't he always abandon him? Every time, yeah. I remember in the last. It might have been the last episode. It might not have been, but he like abandoned him at an amusement park just to go with his friend.
So short, no.
I felt bad for the pickle. Does that count?
That poor fucking pickle. God damn. You really feel for that pickle.
I mean, you right there.
I was gonna say, people often confuse a show being good for them enjoying the show. That's
They must have been high as shit.
No. They were in their own
What, did you do some research just like me? I thought maybe like a bottle of vodka would have solved that problem.
The research did not work. I tried. I feel like I paid less attention.
All right, let's run through a few questions before we get that, Charlie. You were there.
Didn't you call it like kind of a Sharknado effect? And the Sharknado was so bad, it was good.
Sharknado ended after 90 minutes. Alright, just a couple more. Will you back there again?
I don't know. So like, I feel a series like this we appreciate for our lack of complete understanding. Like, this is weird as fuck. Like, Teletubbies is weird as fuck. Like, what?
There's a fucking difference between this and Teletubbies. I'm not gonna sit down with my child and have
There's absolutely no difference between Bobobo and Teletubbies. But what do you think is the quality that attracts us to these very strange, like, essences of unknowingness?
You want to be asking
the journey of man?
Low standards.
No.
I think the fact that it debuted on Cartoon Network and the fact that Cartoon Network became the alt comedy legend that it is now had an effect. So we had a filter that would not have been in place had we seen it in Japan.
What filter?
Nonsense. Literally nonsense. You air on a station that's known for shit like Aqua Teen and Hunger Force, and you're gonna give us some fucking
Aqua Teen, yeah, whatever, you know.
Look, after like, what was it,
Wait, you're talking about the new
I don't even know what it is now. Like, what was it, like 2 seasons ago? It was like Aqua Teen World Police or something.
I can't. I remember.
Next, I haven't heard from you. Right there. Green shirt. Yes.
Alright, so, I mean, I actually enjoy Bobobo-bo because it was just, I did not fucking get it.
I am so sorry.
That's what kept me coming back to it. So that turned out to be kind of like one of my favorite What the Fuck shows.
You would love Eraserhead.
So, that's what I was going to ask you guys, like, what is your favorite just What the Fuck show? You know?
I love Aqua Teen. Can't get enough of that.
Harvey Birdman turning it.
We have a panel for that.
Ask the guy who went on the coordination.
I will cosplay Tina if you do it.
Mine is Say Yes for the Dress. I don't know why the fuck people watch that show.
Go home!
I've actually seen the show. I admit.
I guess that's my favorite. I don't know.
Alright, Dennis, what's your What the Fuck show?
I catch crap for it on. I like Scrubs a lot. So.
Alright, Charlie, we got one shirt to give away. What do you want to do for it? Ask nicely. That's what you do for it.
So for this first one, who has something interesting to say about Bobobo that we have not covered? There's a wide array of facts. This is a Far Cry shirt. It is.
This is kind of a Far Cry 4 shirt.
Sponsors of the show.
It doesn't literally say Far Cry 4. It's
great.
Radio City Kakarot. So anyone who's interested in this shirt.
One Bobobo interesting, and we'll clap if it's super interesting, okay? Because I think everything's super interesting.
Right there.
My favorite super attack is when the dude puts tissue boxes on his feet and kicks the crap out of a guy.
You passed the clapping test.
I kind of want to do that.
The clapping test?
No, the shoebox on the feet.
So for this one, I want someone to give us a compelling reason to someone who's never seen an anime before why they should watch Bobobo.
This one is a Super Smash Brothers shirt. It's kind of done like this.
Listen, something to do when I get really drunk.
It's something to do when we get really drunk.
I think I've covered that.
Yeah, I'm saying it doesn't work.
There's not enough whiskey in the world. Where do you go with you, little lady?
There is a scene in which he meets a boy named Bobobo. He goes and he dives in to save him, and instead he eats him. Bobo does.
You fucking kidding me?
I kid you not. His name is also Mr. Bo Gigolo.
So I've never watched an anime before. Why should I watch it though?
Because that happens in the series, and it is complete randomness, and it's just beautiful.
I think that's a good shot.
Yeah. What do you think?
Let's put it in the runner-up. You look so fucking excited. You either really want to tell us something, or you've been watching football and having. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The Patriots won.
Oh, it's football.
I have a reason.
All right. Here we go.
If you're a human being and you've never experienced hair growing out of your body in awkward ways, this is why you should watch it.
I'm sorry, is that supposed to be like advocating puberty?
Sex is a wonderful thing!
We got excited over it.
Because anime is trash, so you might as well start with the worst.
Really, Charlie? Alright, who's voting that one?
I just got a great response from that one.
Yeah. You did say the highest class.
Highest class. Same name with the shirt.
I'm sorry. For the whole world clap for that one.
That forfeit's getting a DVD though.
But I voted.
All right, so now we have
the
Bobobo Volume 1, which may or may not have all the discs in it.
This is the one that we actually watched, so there might be some cat litter in it. I have 3 cats. I certainly threw the disc on the floor at one point.
I certainly did.
So also, some things about this set. It has a Japanese audio on it.
Oh yeah, that's what I should say. It has the Japanese audio track, but it does not have English subtitles. Despite the fact that there is a fully translated script in PDF on the disc.
And if you don't speak English, it's the most enjoyable way to watch the film.
Actually, yes, I probably should.
All right, Charlie, what do you want to do for this one?
Who can name our website?
Fondue.com.
SomeJerkProductions.com.
All right. Come on, man. You own this piece of shit.
Alright guys, I just gotta thank you again. Again, our show, you can find it on iTunes or Stitcher. We are called What Did I Just Watch? We review tons of really bad movies. We have Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior coming up. Also, The Machine Gun Preacher is next month. What was the last one we did?
We did Grand Piano.
Grand Piano, that was
with John Cusack and fucking Frodo. So this is the quality of movie that we do. We also we're about twice a month now. We just did Brain Damage as well as a midnight screening because we go to the Coolest Corner a lot. But yeah, check us out online. We're glad that you guys came out. But now, get the fuck out of our room.
Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it.
We got Comedy Sports Boston for live comedy.
That was awesome, wasn't it?
Have you seen both of them?
Some jerk productions.
I
She was us. We should give her something.